Yay! Paladin, paladin, where do you roam? What is the password, by the way? Because yeah, what was the like the code word where we called out to get help? Oh, I just lost you, Mike. Oh, then I recommend Jenga. I can hear you now. Yes, I can hear you. Um, there was I think we're good. I kind of want a space pirate, but I'm holding myself back. Um, yeah, I think we were supposed to hire somebody to help us. Am I? Can you guys hear me? Or is it just
I feel like you're lagging or something
no, I
behind.
mean the people to help with the
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're getting our delay, our
I
audio
might
after a
be.
delay or something. That's weird. Well,
Yeah.
that wasn't a.
Like
Yeah,
you're
there's
listening to
something
Twitch
wrong.
instead of us on Discord, maybe.
Oh, that's weird. No, I'm not on Twitch, but I am getting. Hang on, let me drop out and drop back in. Disconnect and reconnect.
True.
Wrong paladin. Mike.
Well, yeah. Can you hear us?
I don't know how to help you. I feel bad.
I am also at a loss. Us to feel bad.
Yeah.
Um, So if you like, I can give you a rundown of the side quests available in the city, or if you have a specific destination in mind, or a goal,
hang on, let me
or
see.
a question,
I think I know what
feel
the
free
issue
to
is.
roam.
Hang on.
We've got there's some interesting stuff out there.
Nope. This. Output.
Well, when you had the hair in front of your face, you looked a bit cringy, but you look fine.
I look adorable.
Agreed.
In this really
BSOD
weird,
for the
hopeless
lose.
kind of way.
Sorry, what?
BSOD for the lose.
Jane, what did you say?
I don't even know what that means.
Blue screen of death.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm back.
What did
Are
you say,
you?
Jane? I missed it. Or is it important?
It's something about just looking homeless, I think. Nothing very important.
I'm enjoying the fuck out of this brownie.
All right, we're
That's
back.
a second brownie. Oh,
I'm
that's
sorry I'm
edible?
doing it in front of you.
No, it's fine. I ate cookies yesterday. I made oatmeal raisin cookies, and by made I mean I took them out of the fridge and I placed the pre-made dough on the baking sheet,
Yeah.
and then I cooked them. Okay, so we have the ship to contain him. We have the device to weaken him, and I think we're on our way to get my boyfriend back.
Quite possibly.
Boyfriend's back, and there's gonna be trouble. My screen just froze right in the middle of Mike taking a bite of brownie. That was amazing.
I finished my brownie like half a minute ago.
I hate you all because now I really want something sugary.
I have deleted the brownie, so it was sitting there taunting me, and I was like, "There's no way, I gotta." So yeah,
that was a tasty ass brownie.
It was delicious. So what would you like to do for now, or for the duration of until a third party member arrives?
Well, is there anything
I will say,
interesting on the way?
Yes, if you two want to like explore, you can totally pick up side loot that may be interesting. It may result in interesting acquisitions.
I'd really like to roleplay, I think.
Yeah, you can do that.
What do you think, Mike? What are you in the mood for? I mean, I'm like, bring on Gideon. I'm gonna roleplay that shit. Let's do it.
I feel like we might get our butts kicked.
And roleplay? Maybe.
Oh yeah. Bum, bum, bum,
How could I spin the Gideon encounter so it would be a roleplay one and not a?
Well, I had some ideas, but again, he's not who I thought he was, and I don't really know who he was out of character. But I think I kind of want to take the approach of just put a little bird in your ear, or whatever that fucking expression is. That I'm different too.
What do you mean?
I think Necrotic Shroud, there might be some common ground there. I don't know. Your monster, me, my monster. Might buy some time.
Sure, yeah, maybe.
Could be awful. But
I will say, like, on the way, if you felt like just exploring, there are residential districts which are studded with these massive arcologies, which are like, think like apartment buildings, but about 10 times bigger. They're just these gigantic buildings that stretch, like, some of them are almost tall enough that they go all the way to the axis in the middle of the cylinder. And, they have grids of windows that are just like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. And so there's like residential districts with these giant arcology skyscrapers, and then there's like what looks like some kind of a commercial district with stores and shops and various kind of boutiques, small roads that are not really navigable by large vehicles, but more for foot traffic. So you can see that district off to one side, and there is some kind of a disturbance you can see in some kind of plaza that is surrounding what looks like a large shop that seems to be like of the whole district around it. It's pretty damaged. A lot of the shops are like, their roofs are blown off, or their windows are all broken, or there's giant holes in the wall. This one that is kind of in the middle of this plaza looks like it's the most intact of any of the buildings nearby, and it has this giant kind of marquee sign that has a few letters of Rone text still kind of like propped up on it, like think like the Hollywood sign, but like on top of a building, that kind of a size. And it's a word in Rone writing, but only maybe 3 or 4 of probably 7 or 8 letters are still there, and you can see a few more are kind of fallen in wreckage, and a few are just completely missing. But aside from like the damage to the sign, the whole building is like, it looks like fortified, solid concrete. It's just a blank, imposing. The rest of the wall is just solid, and then there's that kind of shelf with the sign on top of it, and all around it, the buildings are just kind of completely fucked up, and you can see that there is some kind of crowd in that plaza. You're too far away to make out individuals at any kind of a scale, so all you can really see is a single amorphous kind of mass of it must be creatures, because it's like moving and fluttering. You can see all sorts of texture to this scene in the distance, but you can't make out individual figures. Some kind of a crowd is there, and they seem to be like swarming around this giant building and possibly like looking for a way into it. But
like zombies on the loose.
given how long it's probably been there, you would guess that they're not going to find a way in anytime soon.
That's kind of curious, isn't it?
There's zombies. I like zombies.
You can also see, like if you look directly up, there is floating platforms at various heights. The most of them are kind of gathered in one sector of the city called Floating Point Park, which is where the Firekeeper's points are, where you linked in from the future, essentially. And there's also kind of a few just scattered along the length of the city. You passed a few on your flight here that were temples of the cult of proximity. There's one fairly nearby Rezeksev, which is basically like a donut shape, like a torus. It's like a building in that shape that completely surrounds the axis. So like there's a part of it that's near you, and then there's part that like arcs up and is nearer to the other side of the O'Neill cylinder, and it's rotating slowly, and you can see it, like you can see one end of it because you're looking up at it from an angle, and it seems to be like a giant, just cylinder-shaped building covering very close around the axis, and there's like lines and sparks of electricity jumping from the axis to the interior of the building, whatever it is. And the outside of it is studded with all kinds of what looks like sensor towers, like spiky outgrowths of metal with some dishes here and there, and some antennas with like gridded triangular projections. So the Cult of Proximity has got some heavy hardware up there in the sky. If you're interested in checking that shit out. What
Um,
else?
do the zombies like when we say zombies, are they like more Modrons or are they like?
Hey, look, the figures from this distance, make a perception check.
Hang on.
Said zombies, but I was joking when I said that.
Like
They
yeah,
may
I
not.
just kind of I was
Piggybacking off of that.
yeah, I'm totally like
Negative one. Let's do this thing.
I heard zombies.
Um, Saren, you
Perception
can
check. You said.
see. Well, I did say they were swarming. Yes, perception. Saren, you can see that the figures are humanoid. The majority of them. Miles, you also see. And Miles, with the 21, you can see that you stare for a long time at like one point, trying to resolve an individual figure amidst the movement you can see. And there's a point where you think you make out what looks like a humanoid figure with its arm raised up, and its arm grotesquely swollen with like picture like thick metal cables that look like almost like long segmented cables winding and twisting around the limb and puffing it up with chemicals and energy to make this. It looks like one of the possessed transformed seekers that had become demons that you fought outside the Pattern Seekers Tower. You would guess that this crowd is made up of cybernetically augmented humans who have been transformed into demons of probably diminished intelligence, not unlike zombies.
Miles
Basically, a large cybernetic Afrotanti population, which has had no choice but to drink the water that came out of the hydrolink that was corrupted for decades and decades and decades.
Miles kind of looks at Saren and goes, "Do you have some frustration you need to work off? We can save some people and have a little fun at the same time. I mean, they all just zombies or undead,
I'm
rather."
gonna kill them.
Miles draws a little shape in the air with his pen, like a little magical sigil, and he creates like a little magical magnifying glass that zooms in on the spot you're looking at, almost like a telescope.
How far away are we from it?
Probably a few, like, I want to say like a kilometer at least.
Okay, so
the reason you can see it is because of the shape of the city. Like, it's fairly far away from you along the city, and if this plane was flat, if there was a flat topology, you would not be able to see it. But
okay,
because
so
it's like it arcs up, and you can see all on the sides and the other interior of the cylinder.
right, so
you're
divine
basically
sense wouldn't
looking
work.
like you're looking up. Yeah, no, you're too far for that. But you could to get closer, you would like need to take like an Airbus, unless you wanted to walk for hours and hours and hours, or fly on your broomstick and Gregasus. You could do that, but it would still take hours.
Oh well. I just had this weird mental image of like Miles and Saren in full armor and like get up, just like getting on a bus and like riding the metro and then getting off and just like
followed by a
some
librarian
people.
with a little pangolin writing
like,
down everything they do.
And just like get out of the underground and like just go slaughter
Yeah.
and
There might
nobody
be a
gives them
subway
second
system
look.
you could take.
Well, you said.
I mean, yeah, like you're in the Aedra. Would anybody blink at the sight of two 20th level paladins showing up to fuck up some shit? Like,
Not because I mean they've got angels here.
this is your natural. This is in a way, this is your natural habitat.
Yeah.
Very powerful adventurers, very dangerous locations.
We should probably see what's at play here before we do anything major.
Yeah,
there are a few other districts you can explore too, if you want to.
Think of what would make sense for right now. Like, do we need anything Is there anything we can do to the ship?
You
to make
could
it better,
potentially
or-
go to the opposite end cap to Vaman and get maintainers to help you confront Gideon.
Oh, right. That's what we
You
were
mean, like,
gonna do.
If you
or
want
hire
to,
mercenaries?
you could do that too. Yeah,
I didn't
you
know
could
we
hire. There's humanoid forces you could hire from. There's firekeepers. There's the librarians. There's warlords in the Ashaman district.
No, I remember
Or
we
you could
specifically
go-
wanted to hire the maintainers.
You could go to the maintainers.
They wouldn't help us, but they would
To
give us some
secure-
equipment to help.
To secure their aid, you would have to probably do something for them, but they would be able to tell you more about that in Vaman. Is that where you want to go?
I think that's kind of that should be where we head. What do you think, Saren?
Maintainers would be fine. We'll need to get those anyway. And then maybe... we don't own those ships. Never mind. Upgrades would be kind of silly.
I mean, you could pay for upgrades.
Can we buy a ship?
Yeah, but we
You
didn't.
could.
We don't have enough money for a ship. I just spent 15,000 gold on a breastplate.
No,
You
trust
might
me, I'm
find.
loaded. Can I?
You might find more.
Like, can we hire? Like, can we buy a ship and like start having it retrofitted for when we get finished?
Yeah.
This is even
dude.
better retirement plan. Miles just came up with a better retirement
How
plan than
how
the
much
fucking Relto
money
book.
do you have?
Not fucking shit.
Well, like if, for instance, if you told me now, I will put aside this much money specifically for
I-
a chip project to get started for my retirement, then I will tell you the approximate quality of the ship you will end up with.
Miles currently
thing.
has 6,600 platinum and 5,500 gold.
So
I have 2,000 platinum.
about
and
70,000 gold or a bit more if you
Yeah.
spent your entire load on it. That would be
I'd probably hang on to about
you'd
500 gold.
you'd get decked the fuck out with if you spent that much for sure. You could
Yeah,
get
I'm doing it.
an obscenely luxurious private yacht, warp capable, interplanar jumping, integrated defenses, AI pilot. You're spending it like how much are you spending though? All
That
of
much, all of it.
it? Okay.
I'm keeping
Fuck.
500 gold.
all right.
Okay.
Are we buying
need to
like
write
a
this.
group ship, or are you buying your own personal ship? What's happening?
I mean, if he makes this his personal ship, he'd still have more than enough room for the whole group.
So
You're
let's talk
basically
about
buying
this, Saren.
like for that much, you're getting like I don't know what's a is there a famous fictional starship that you're
Neil Falcon?
like think of
Heart
like
of
the
Gold.
equivalent of like
The Heart of Gold from Hitchhiker's Guide.
The
yeah
Mass Effect ship, people.
the Normandy yeah I mean the Heart of Gold is a classic
Yeah, I kind of want me a Heart of Gold.
Firefly.
like in the movie or just on the like from the
Like-
book.
From the book, like we need to brew up a nice cup of tea to get it going, and just weird shit happens when we get there, or while we're going, and like I'm actually picturing this in my head. We can have like a random or a table that we roll for the random effect that happens when we're transporting to wherever we need to get to.
Let's throw up every time we warp speed. For flavor.
I need to find the Hitchhiker's Guide wiki and read up on the Heart of Gold. But yeah, basically you're getting like a private mansion, which is capable of interdimensional and interstellar flight.
And like all the doors are AI operated, but all the
Yep.
AI are like really super happy to help.
Well, the
So it's
AI
like-
will be customizable.
Thank you
Like-
for walking through this door. Enjoy your day.
When you step into it for the first time, you will trigger a genesis essentially of a new sapient AI, which will be your house spirit.
And I
it will
kind
take
of
care of
want
all
an
of your
aspect
needs.
of Cam.
It could be an aspect of Cam if you want, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, that's happening. He's buying that. And just so we're clear, Saren, this is a retirement project. Um, I plan on after we finishing up, just going off and exploring the stars and causing mayhem, and hopefully helping some people. You're more than welcome to come if you'd like. There's more than enough for everyone, and they're all invited. But it's something to think about. Don't answer now. Just wait till you see the ship.
So far, I've reconnected with my sister and then Gideon. It's hard to know where my path leads from here, but I thank you for the offer.
Just let
Need
me
time
know.
to process.
Yep,
So
that's the
much
thing.
money.
Miles has been an adventurer long enough to know
Oh yeah,
that
yeah.
that amount of money is literally economy breaking.
That would yes. That is the wealth of nations or empires or planets.
Basically, a modern RV.
Yeah, like one
And
of
it's
those
it's
super
kind of it's
RVs.
funny. This where you are right now is probably the only place in space time that you have access to that you could realistically spend this much money and get what's worth in return at once
Yeah,
because
this is
you
happening.
you have custom artificers with Rone knowledge and cybernetic technology, and yeah, it's good.
I'm so excited now.
uh, you
Miles
you
does like a
set
little
it up
happy
through
dance.
Trader Jenny. She has all the contacts, and she presents to you like a number of sort of like initial customization options to shape the broad strokes of it, and then they're going to iterate on a design concept stage for a while before they actually start building, and you'll have final approval over the blueprint before it starts construction and so on. But yeah,
I
you,
imagine like the scene where we're actually looking at this is kind of like that the shopping scene from Clueless, or like every other shopping montage ever, where we're like kind of looking at stuff and like everybody's like nah, no, and then like the one thing everybody's like yeah, and then Miles like
sure,
wants the one thing that everybody vetoes because it's stupid.
probably the ship that's based on the design of an insectoid hive mind species that looks like a giant bee. I just pulled that out of my ass. That sounds like something I would veto. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
Actually, no, I can tell you what his thought was. He wanted to have I'm trying to think of something childish, but like they just go,
Whimsical?
oh no, no,
Not whimsical.
yeah, like whimsical.
Anti whimsical.
Yeah, I just can't come up with something. So we'll just pretend that it happened. Like everybody's like,
Well, if you
no.
give me more adjectives, I can help you.
Uh,
More
I'm
adjectives.
thinking
This is for
like
the ship design, right?
yeah, sophomoric, but not disrespectfully so. Um,
Sophomoric?
The Lady Vagina. No?
yeah, see, that's going too far. I
Like a
think that
sophomore?
The
oh,
lady,
I know.
the
Like
lady's entrance.
no, he would do something like he would
Lady's
like
flower.
not
Oh,
thinking like the restrooms um not thinking properly, he would actually gender the bathrooms, and going a step further, he would put armor on both, like armor for the men and armor for the females, but being like a step behind the times, there's boob
the
armor.
females. Wow, man.
Right.
Wow, man.
Yeah, like it
I
super
can
tone
already tell
deaf.
you the artisans are giving you some judgy eyes over
Yeah,
their
and he's
Skype
just like,
connections that they're
what?
communicating to you on Jenny's monitors.
Yeah, he's like,
But
what?
you have given them so much money that they will do literally anything you want. So
But
they have no complaints
no, his friends probably
ultimately.
shot that down. I hope.
Okay. Sure.
Like I was literally just trying
I
to
feel
come
like
up
the
with like a
artisans
terrible
make
idea.
desperate eye contact with Milovaj and Sarah and like, please talk him out of this before we actually have to build this for real. And you do. And there's unmistakable relief in their eyes.
And then everybody gets ice cream.
Yes. Space ice cream.
Even better.
Delivered to you by Nick's nephew, Rob, who is wearing I want to say like a fantastic evening gown. Just like something spectacular that's like he's way overdressed. And he just comes out with, what did I just say he's bringing you?
Ice cream.
I got distracted by the image of Rob in a evening gown. He brings you ice cream. I don't know why. He's dressed like that. He just is.
Why?
So you get ice cream,
Rob.
and
you're looking lovely this evening. Do you have a date?
Thanks. I do, in fact. Yeah, I'm dressed up specifically, but also I just like to. It's both actually.
Good for you.
Personal business.
Well, yes, excellent. Good for you. Have fun.
Thanks. He gives you a crisp salute, and then he leaves.
He returns.
Where would you like to go, or what would you like to do? You do if you feel like word puzzles, this mosaic is still here.
Nah, fuck that mosaic. I'm sorry, Mike.
Fuck
that
the
one was
mosaic.
too hard. Fuck the mosaic. I
But
love
you
you, but
solve-
that one was too hard for me. Did we roll for it and solve it? I forgot.
Never mind. I mean, roll a history check.
Yeah, there was like some kind of poem, I think, about it. Now that I'm thinking about it, like,
I mean, you solved how the puzzle works a while ago. The poetry was just flavor text.
okay.
I gave the here. Let me. Library records, discovery, the Watcher's word, the word, the age era. So this is the important bit. I'm putting it in the Roll20 chat. And it's also, did that make it show up?
Oh, there we go. Okay, that's the part I was missing.
So these are the part in bold at the top, the A20, B9, C13, etc. Those are the chapter and verse citations from the words of the Watcher, which is Rone prophecy. And then the actual verses that are cited is below.
It's not words and just the numbers.
Oh, so chapter, let's see, am I reading this right? Would be chapter 6, verse 13.
The puzzle is simpler than that.
No, I'm actually just talking about the specific,
Well, yes, these are all. To be honest, I came up with the puzzle without a clear explanation of how they translated into chapter and verse citations. So, yeah, It's from book 4 of book 4. There are multiple books of the Watcher's words. These are from book 4.
Chapter 13.
1, 2, 3, and 4.
Gotcha.
And verse 20, verse 9, verse 13, and verse 5.
Yeah, the verse 13's a little ominous, especially for those in the coward. Books will be your stronghold, and then you will die.
The warning of the silence. Do not seek comfort in your books. When the destruction comes, other ages will not save you.
The action of the gathered means nothing. The action of the deceived is toiling in vain.
Toiling in vain.
Toiling in vain.
Yep.
Well, that's fun.
So the ABCD is an ordinal series, basically. It means first, second, third, fourth.
Gotcha.
I feel like I should just tell you because you literally have solved this puzzle already. You have forgotten
Well,
the
to be
solution.
fair, it's not
Yeah,
because I'm
yeah.
smart. It's because I remembered your last puzzle.
I'm
A, B, C, D.
happy to let you try and figure it out again, but if you
Hold
want
on,
me
I'm
to
almost
just
done.
tell you, I will.
No, I need to know.
Please tell me.
Hold on, I need to do it. I need to do the math.
We'll let Jane do the math.
Okay.
You can tell me in the chat. My brain hurts too hard tonight. Tell me, baby girl, 'cause I need to know.
Told.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. Jane, you can do the math.
I think it's time.
It is. Achievement unlocked.
Yay!
Da-da-da-da-da.
So you now know 4 of the hidden words, and
Oh, what are
Yeah.
the other 3?
Don't you
There
remember?
are-
I was
there
like,
are 5.
words. It's definitely
Yeah,
the
no, if
word,
we know
but
4 of them, what are the other 3? I don't remember.
Mm.
Are they, where are they in the notes? I'll just look it up.
I feel like with what you have so far, you have enough to solve the central secret of the game, which is kind of interesting.
Time
is-
is on your side. Yes, it is.
I really need to find that now.
Where's Dave's
Discoveries, right? Watcher's words. So one's time. What are the other 3? I can find. I found the books. I can't find where we solved it. God bless America. Hang on. The one is time.
Might be
We
a
solved the one in the
quest.
museum.
Discovery.
I do remember that one. I remember being like, damn it, Mike, I was analyzing all of your fucking words with the artistic magnifying glass of an aristocrat.
Hmm.
That was probably my like the best thing I've ever said in probably like a month. That was pretty good. I like that. Shooting my own horn here. Okay, let's see.
Did I give you guys
My brain
a
is
party
like
note? I'm
firing
looking
on all
for it.
cylinders right now because
Yeah,
of the
like
shit
I'm
that
looking for it. I found the Watcher's words, but
There's
I
way
don't
too
have-
many fucking folders and subfolders. We know that. I've said
That's
it
what I
every
did to
single
myself
time.
in the other game, Mike. In my game, I'm like, why did I make all these fucking folders? Can't you do a search in yours and be like, search your little thing and be like, word or whatever the fuck you denoted it as. Search term here.
Well, I mean, you do have the
Yeah.
other words.
Factions, districts, personnel, giant
Watcher's words. So you got the words in the museum, Cheveru.
I found it.
You didn't find the one. Okay, you did not actually find the one in Danoy, so you only have. Did you find the one in Cheveru? Yes, you did. So you have
No,
2 of the 5 words.
Oh crud, we didn't put the new word next to the one we did. So we know
I can
what
tell
the-
you the 2 words that you have if you want.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So the museum words is there,
Mhm.
and the one from Cheveru is. And the one from Niagara is time.
So we have time. There is time. Boom. No.
there.
No. Their time. Yeah.
You
I
know,
have-
the first, the second, and the 4th word.
Oh. It is
All right,
time.
hang on.
It
I
is
can do
their
this.
time. Okay, hold on. So we have
So
their
the first word
time.
is there.
Mhm.
I got a notepad out. I'm serious about this shit now.
Okay.
I kind of hope you will converge. I hope this is the moment of convergence. I kind of like that
There,
it's just the two of.
and so the first word is there. We know the second word, right?
Yes,
Is. We don't know the third word, but
correct.
we know the fourth word is time.
There's
Correct.
plenty of time. Well, is
And there
there
is a
like
fifth word.
THERE or like
THERE.
there is more time? There's less time.
There is a fifth word as well.
Oh.
There is
After
no
time.
time left.
I'm looking at Mike's face for hints. I'm cheating in my own way. Empathy skills activate.
Roll insight.
I don't need a roll. Not for your face, Mike.
Well, then what's the answer?
Well, I can't read your mind. I just know, based on your expressions, what direction we're in.
Do you
Based on
though?
how smug you look, yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Hang on. I'm puzzling.
Well, do you guys want to cogitate on this for a bit?
Yeah. Like
Let me
Miles
find
is
some
like
good.
literally
Let me
he's
find
got
some
like
good
the quill.
tinkling music.
He's like got the
Tetris,
quill
let's
out. So there is blank time. Be sure to drink your Ovaltine. No, that's not it.
There is blank time blank.
Right.
Yes.
There is no time left. There is no time like the present. No, that's stupid.
I looked up. I looked on YouTube, and it provided.
There is.
30 minutes of pensive piano.
I dig
Oh,
it.
I didn't do it right. There we go.
Pensive piano. I love it.
The words we're reading, do they relate to the phrase, or are they meant to throw you off, or how?
Do they relate to the what?
The phrase at all, like the context of the.
Oh, the
passage?
prophecies?
Yeah.
Not really.
Okay.
In a general way, they are sort of related, but it's not something that you could work out, I don't think, from the prophecies. You also, like, there are some other hints you've gotten, but pointing them out would make them obvious, I feel.
Well, then I'm going to roll history so you can point them out and make them obvious, and we'll make it as part of it.
Sure.
Nope. Ah, balls. Now, what kind of context?
Well, what I was moving around to say with that is, like, if you don't have an idea where to begin thinking, that's fine. Like, it's not like the whole puzzle is in front of you right now. There will come a point, possibly, if you find that location, where the puzzle will be right in front of you, and it will be undeniable. But you're not really there yet. This is mainly just hints of the ultimate secret. But there is, from everything I've told you since this campaign started, you do have enough information at this point. But see, I have the curse of knowledge. I know the answer, so I can see how. Oh, this is a clue, and that's a clue, and that's a clue, and that's a clue. But you don't see that same obviousness, so it's not really helpful at all. So, like, I'm trying to think of ways to, like, lead you back around to the clues without being like, hey, look at this particular thing right here that's not a clue at all. You know? I like this pensive piano.
I forgot about the library team that went missing in Shiveru.
Oh yeah.
Didn't we determine that they got like
No,
the shit
no,
lightninged out of them?
no sign of them was found.
Yeah, we're assuming bad things happened to them.
That would be a wise assumption given what you encountered in Shiveru, but you did not find any direct
trace.
evidence as to their fate.
I think like there is a time link, or
Another option would be to go to Danoy and look for the word that you haven't found.
No, wait. Danoy was the dangerous one, wasn't it?
Danoy was the grasslands age with the storm and the giants.
Oh no, they're our friends.
cool.
Yeah, let's go see them.
They were suppressed. I'm just remembering if it.
They were, they were really repressed. We saved the storm giants from the storm,
You unbound the primordial too, yeah.
and we
Well, that was
found
the
the access portal to like one of their planes.
Rescue plane. I will say the giants are still enslaved by the art, and if you wanted to learn more about that, Neager would be the place to do it. If you are interested in that. Belly might be, possibly.
Saren, you pick a direction.
Also, let me know if the piano becomes too melancholy. I think it might be already becoming too melancholy.
Oh no, this is cheerful. It's like nice and relaxing, like a
Okay.
pleasant. This is something
Can
you
you
would hear
have
like
enough
getting a
water?
massage at like Hand and Stone or something.
Yeah, so true.
Okay. Good. Let me massage your brain into the shape I desire.
There is only time.
All right,
To Danoy.
you want to head to
You go.
Danoy? Let's head to Danoy.
Legit
We're gonna
all
get
the
a
way
new
back?
fancy ship, or are we just gonna do the bubbles?
Well, the bubbles is how you do it. So
Okay, we go down the
you-
bubbles.
you call a taxi and you proceed back to Firelink Point. I'll take a whirlwind to where various maps are up. Point. From Firelink Point, you link back into the future to the Orrery Cathedral. Orrery Control. And from here, you can adjust the time machine to go to Danoy, 350 million years ago. And from there, you can link to Danoy. So you spend some time like traveling, and then you're in the Airbus for like 30 minutes or so. It's a bit dull, but then you link. You hear the cosmic string being plucked. You link, and kind of the hustle and bustle of the city all around you disappears as you link back into Orrery Control, and you are now once again in the relatively silent and calm, deserted, and very large control chamber for the Rolep Axis time machine. And from there, you grind the gears to align way back in time. You see the linking bubble change from the city of Neagra to the waving grass and the trees of Danoy. And from there, you link in approximately here at the inbound link. And where in Danoy would you like to go?
I think the first thing we may want to do is hit up our
Speak to Jan.
healer friend.
Yeah. I remember there's some places we didn't explore here.
Yeah,
I think exploration's probably the answer to her.
but we want to go and say hi to our friends real quick.
Sure.
Let them know that we're back. Yeah, we'll just go say hi to see if Manju or Vikram or gosh, what's her name? Hang on.
There's the Arc Druid Yash, and
That's who I'm thinking of. Yash.
Rue and Vikram are the Storm Giants.
Right.
Yash is there when you link in. He kind of shows up 10 or so minutes after you link in. He says, "Hello there. The birds told me you had arrived. Welcome."
Oh, hello there, friend Yash. How are you doing?
I am well. I have been enjoying my garden. I think the giant peas are going to be quite pleasantly plump this year.
Ah, excellent.
The giant peas to giants.
They're like just normal peas to us, but yes, to you they would be giant peas.
Excellent. You could make split pea soup out of a half of a pea.
I think no one likes
Probably, yes. Would you like some? I have a pod that is about fresh, and I was thinking of making some soup.
No, I'm good for right now, thank you. We were hoping to assist with some more items, and perhaps also find some information on something that's been puzzling us.
Certainly. Is there anything I can do to aid you?
Well, I think there's a few things that are left for us to aid you with.
I am unsure what you mean.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
You have aided us far more than I ever thought anyone could already.
Well, there's some answers that we're looking for as far as the beings that trapped you here with the art. We're still looking at a way to undo most of what they've done, especially some of more horrible things in yet another age. So we were going to look around, and I just wanted to let you guys know that we were here. Maybe if you could point us in the right direction of...
I believe I can, although I am not sure what good it will do you. And he lifts his arm and he points, and you see directly west of the middle of the settlement. Off in the trees, you can see there is a tower protruding from above the forest that looks like just a square stone tower. He says, "That tower is where the masters dwelt when they were here. It is sealed, though. In fact, they called it the Sealed Spire. I never found a way in. None of us have ever been able to get inside. There are no doors that we have ever been able to find, and it magically resists attempts to teleport inside it with force. So, we have never been able to get into it. A few tried a few centuries ago after the Rone disappeared with pickaxes and things to get into it, but they couldn't. However, I am fairly certain that if you seek answers about the Rone and what they did here, that is where they are."
Then I think we should head there. Hang on, can we take a short break? I'm having some audio issues.
What's going on? All of our computers are just crapping out.
Yeah, well, your boy has to make this last till his tax money gets here. Be right back.
I will. Okay. There's one more thing I'll say when you get there.
Oh no, it just cleared up. Go ahead.
No.
We're good.
I will say, since you're asking about the Rone, Yash also says that we have a project that they never picked up. I think they all must have died before they could have picked it up, but it's It's up by the lava forge if you want to take a look at it. It's a pretty elaborate piece of stained glass they had us make.
Well, let's go take a look, I guess. Maybe it has something to do with the spire.
Yeah, easy enough. With you on your broom and Saren on her Gregus's Vera.
The Batmobile.
You kind of fly at shoulder height for Yosh as he walks slowly. Well, for you, which fits rather rapidly with normal space for a giant. Over to the southern kind of edge of the clearing, where there is a cliff that starts to climb up, and as you two go up there. Do I have a map for this? I think I do. But I've never used. There's a bunch of stuff going on here. You can see there's like lava or magma pouring out of like tubes, and it's being channeled into certain directions and stuff and being used for things. And there's giants all around here, mainly fire giants, working the metal and doing stuff. And you can also see there is this enormous stained glass thing, and it has make a perception check with advantage.
Yay,
Okay.
19.
Mile. You can see that there are more chapter and verse citations. There are, in fact, 2 of them.
While we're looking at the stained glass, do any of the tangent keys match that?
No.
Okay.
The stained glass is a beautiful piece of abstract artwork. The only informational content it appears to contain is the chapter and verse citations.
Oh, okay.
So they are. Did they show up when I hit show?
They did not.
Okay. Fuck. Oh my god. I closed roll 20.
I hate when I do that. I feel you, man. I feel you. Oh, Otter says he's on his way.
Hey.
So while we're waiting, I think I'm gonna do some more like just like single song jamming in my guitar or in my garage with the guitar acoustically.
Yeah.
Just because I'm having fun with it, and also it's teaching me video editing.
So Milavage is already looking up these verses. And he reads aloud. Where are our people? Who are our people? What are our people? Weep for those that die in the streets. The crumbling of the walls will come from within. The stores of the destroyer will begin the burden. The burdened one will come from outside. The burden of the remnant will be lain upon his shoulders. Be still, and the path will be made known.
Saren, are you doing math? The frowny face says she's doing math.
I didn't hear any numbers.
I put them in the chat.
He put them in the
Oh.
chat. Looks
Got
like
it.
3A14.
14.
I was like, man, you think I'm really good. I delete the alphabet. Right, here we go. I'm gonna call up the first words like a Ouija board, okay? Okay. as in orangutan. So the next word is no.
So I was right. There was no time.
No time
left.
I can think of a lot of things, but they include another word. So I'm thinking like, there's no time left. There's no time here. There's no time there. There's no time ever. There's no time here. There's that. No time. No time machine.
Built a time machine out of DeLorean?
There's no time change. No time. No time.
We need to find that fifth age. That's what we need to do.
Time warp. There's no time.
No time left for you. Discoveries. Let's go check out the tower.
Okay. The sealed fire. If I can find the goddamn. I made this map so long ago.
Yeah.
Uh,
The one you had us on when we first signed on was really good. One in the current age where we were in.
oh, I have a. Oh my god.
I have all the animals in this office, and I want them to fuck off. I'm not being fur mom today. Get the fuck out. Get out of here. Look at this shit. Look at this. It's like fucking World War III over here. You got two cats up there. You've got Remy, who wants his seat back.
Cats and dogs living together.
And Bob is just being belligerent. You know this from his spot. Just, they'll move, dude. Trust me.
Okay. So you walk down a long forested path to get to the sealed spark. And when you eventually... What is this? So yeah, you can kind of see it poking up out of the trees ahead of you. And there's two kind of paths that lead in towards it. One of them is over here, and one of them is here. So you can choose which one to go down. And I will reveal more as you explore.
I think we should head to Cive.
Okay.
Now, Miles, remembering the horrible experience with leaving the path, is going to stay on the path very carefully as he
Round
goes.
101.
Okay. Make a perception check when you get there. Okay. You see a fair bit.
Oh my, that's a large spider.
Yep, you can see about 20 feet up, just sitting amidst, or rather behind the branches of a a leafless tree, there are the enormous legs of a spider that is probably 12 or 13 feet in diameter. Its legs span.
Siren, do you speak large spider?
Fucking question is that, Miles? Speak abyssal, okay, not arachne.
Well,
Like,
let's
how long
be
have we been
honest.
friends?
If you saw that thing in your house, you would burn it down. That's abyssal.
Touche. We could
Just
just
saying.
skirt around it and let it one of those jumping spiders, and then we might want to get the jump on it before it gets jumped on.
I'm a live and let live kind of guy, but I'm seeing. I don't know, Mike, if this is.
Oh yeah, yep, you can see that.
Okay.
There's another one.
There's
at least one more.
There's at least one more.
One for you, one
He's
for
gonna
me.
go ahead and.
Actually, with your perception check, hold on.
One for you. Plus, we're both looking now. We're like, oh fuck, shit.
All right.
You see, there's
We're
some,
going to have to burn things.
there's
I'm
some
sorry.
little ones too, and there's this one is just crawling along the branch of the tree, and it's only about 5 feet in diameter. So,
Is,
but
we're
they're
all by
they-
ourselves.
you're standing right there, like within. Well, I don't know if you know how well spiders see, but you weren't really disguising your approach, and they're not like swarming at you yet.
So are they acting hostile?
No, they're just doing their spider things. Like
So there's a chance
This
that
one
they're
is
either
filling
just
out.
like
it's completely motionless. This one is like crawling up the branch of a tree, and this one is up in the trees, and it doesn't appear to be moving either. This one you can only see a leg because it's obscured by foliage, but it is also motionless.
And kill me.
all right. So I'm torn with the urge of burning this entire forest down,
You-
Oh my god,
just
the dog succeeded on the persuasion check.
Dude. My cat's a motherfucker too. I mean, he's a baller.
Sorry, what was that?
Sorry, Mike.
Mike, I was distracted by the cat.
No, that's
Back to
totally
the
cool.
box.
So was I. I was just, I'm torn between the urge to burn the forest down or see if we can't just slip past, because they obviously know we're here and they're not being, they're not showing any kind of aggression. So we might be able to just kind of slip past.
We haven't entered their domain yet. As soon as we do, we are going to be food for the fodder, I believe.
Listen, I'm all about burning spiders. Let's at least make sure they're not intelligent before we murder them.
For
and
smart
then-
spiders, it's better. You would say
How would you
smart
determine
spider?
if a spider's intelligent?
I have
Curious.
no idea, but I'm going to attempt to communicate. Because
Okay.
Miles has seen some weird shit. Like, think about it. We've seen the dragon.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
We've seen
Back in the
trees
crop
that
tower.
talk.
Touche.
In this campaign?
In this campaign, we had the trees
What?
that talked. Remember? They were.
Oh,
talking.
you're right. Yeah, in Cheveru.
Yeah. Like he's
The
seen some
glass
shit.
trees.
Yeah. He's seen some shit. So he's going
So
to.
what do you say and or do?
He's going to approach. Is this map to scale roughly?
Yeah.
So we're about 40 feet away.
Yep.
He's gonna go 10. He's gonna step up to about right here, and I'm going to greet this one while keeping my eye on this one.
Hold on. You're greeting which one?
This one. And I'm gonna
Okay.
keep my eye on this one, like in the periphery, or attempt to anyway.
Okay.
And then at the same time, like the way it should work out, where I'm looking at the other two, like I should at least be able to keep them kind of within my range of vision.
Yep.
And then I'm just going to greet the large spider and say, greetings. We wish you no harm right now, Um, are you able to communicate? As he's like waving.
What language are you speaking?
Because he's an idiot. He, you know what? Yeah, he's going with Rone.
Okay. Um, you, as you say this,
Oh,
and
that was a mistake.
you're waving frantically at the spider. Both of you hear a kind of surprised sounding voice speaking to you telepathically in your minds in Rone. And it says, "Oh, hello there. What are you doing there? You're quite small. I didn't realize you were alive."
Um,
Found
um,
spider.
are we addressing the being
One of
up ahead?
this one, you see its leg twitches. "This is me."
Oh, excellent. Yes. Hello. My name is Miles Teg, and this is my associates. These are my associates, Saren Hella and Librarian Milivaj and Dimitri.
"Welcome, Saren, Dimitri, Milivaj, and Miles. I am the Lapinois,
Damn it,
queen
my
of the
music.
spiders of the forests of Danoy.
Well,
Doesn't
it is
chat.
very
What seeketh
good.
you in these woods? I have not seen anyone speak to me in a very long time."
We were actually seeking secrets, maybe of what happened to the Rone in their tower here. What might you know how to
"Do
gain
you mean
access?
you are not Rone?"
More Rone adjacent, but less, what's the word I'm looking for? Genocidal.
There's kind of a bemused pause in the telepathic voice, and you see the spider. She's kind of standing, like facing up on the building, but she starts to slowly kind of shift into motion and moves with kind of careful slowness, not to alarm. She like walks up and around, and then comes down onto ground level.
Yeah, I'm like nowhere near weapons.
She's not looking hostile or anything.
Oh yeah, I'm just
She
trying to make sure to convey the same.
she just kind of she comes at you, and you see the giant chelicerae on her face, kind of skittering open as she all eight eyes, look at into you, and you hear the telepathic voice again. "Seeketh you the secrets of the spire?"
Actually, yes. We do. We are friends of the giants in the village,
"The
and
giants in the village are of no consequence.
oh
Do
well,
you have the key and the command?"
possibly the key.
"You require the key and the command in order to enter the spire from here and now.
Oh,
If you insist on access without these, I'm afraid I must fight."
oh no. We it we wish no aggression.
"I see that. I
We
also
have
wish no aggression."
we have the tangent keys. I wonder if they would fit the lock. Like if we put them in some sort of order. Is there a place to? I think we may actually have the key part. Is there a way for us to view where to place said key, or
"I believe I know the devices of which you speak. They will not work here.
boobies?
You need only one key."
May we obtain the password?
"You can, if you will answer my riddle." The voice kind of giggles. "I'm not really supposed to do that, but it's been so long, I think you must be the only ones I'm likely to ever see again from the Rode. So why not?
Why
I'm
is he like?
afraid I cannot get you in without the key, however, as I am physically incapable,
Well,
and without it I will be compelled to attack.
I
But if you answer my riddle, I will tell you the command."
and then all we need to
Ways
do
that
is
we
find
can.
the key. Easy squeezy.
There's one of two ways that we can do this, or maybe three if we think of it in that sense. fair play, which is that we must get the key and the password, not from you, and then come back with that information.
If you like.
Two, clever play, if you will, where I get the information I need from you without laying a finger upon you. And
That is
three,
what I am offering, indeed.
Well, I don't have to touch you to get what I need, but
I do not need to touch you to speak to you, to tell you the riddle, and you do not need to touch me to answer, Shirley.
I think we need to go with option 2 here, Saren.
because there is that third option.
Yeah,
Um,
I understand.
You attempt to seek entry, and I am forced to defend the tower. Yes, I don't believe anybody here wants that outcome. Although, if you insist, I am certain you will be quite capable of slaying me and my friends here.
Terrible, doesn't it?
It does. Although
If I
you
were
may not,
to,
it may interest you to know that we are not independently alive. We are part of the tower itself. We are constructs.
Well, then we definitely don't want to run afoul of the tower.
like, technically creatures.
Yeah,
Sorry, what?
I'm thinking we need to go with option B here.
Okay, B wasn't an option, so.
B was the option of you trying to answer her riddle to get
Oh,
the command.
number 2, yes.
Option 2, yes. I like that one very much because our giant friends might be able to help us find the key.
I mean, option 3 could be, I'm stage whispering here, but option 3, I can probably command her to give us information, but that might be a hostile moment.
No, let's be nice to the tower. If they're constructs of the...
Like...
Think about this for a minute. And we're doing the sidebar just right there.
Oh yeah.
Like we're discussing
Miliband's
it.
just standing behind you, kind of looking from paladin to paladin as the conversation.
Trying to give us a moment.
So my thought is this: if they are constructs of the tower, then their intelligence is part of the tower, which means if we brute force our way in, we run afoul of the tower, and any information we gain, we're going to have to fight for inch by inch.
Like Resident Evil.
Milivaz
The
kind
whole
of
tower be against us.
holds up his hand and he says, I will point out that the Yosh did say the giants tried to get into the tower with force, and they failed. Perhaps they defeated the spider constructs and went at the tower with pickaxes, and nothing came of it, and the constructs simply rebuilt themselves in time.
Yeah, see, the more I think about it, the violence option just doesn't play here. I like
it
violence.
Is certainly possible. I do not think it will lead to anything productive.
I mean, I am a fan of violence. I think maybe we make friends and then we go fight in the giant mosh pit again, if we want violence.
Find a little hole that we can squeeze our way into gaseous form, maybe? No?
Possibly.
Let's play a game.
All right. In
So...
all fashion.
The only problem is I don't have a fucking riddle.
Google it, Mike.
I want to come up with something like appropriate though.
Knock knock.
Mike, you're giving me
solve the skill testing question. 6 times 3 plus 2. No.
I hate you so much. I need it written down, whatever it is.
Why do teenage girls only walk in groups of 3, 5, or 7?
You can't tell me the riddle because you have to solve it.
Because of pant sizes? 3, 5,
because
7?
they literally can't even.
Oh my god. There used to be a small place called 579 or something. Do you remember that back in the day?
I think so. Anyway.
Kind of effed up when you think about it, but anyway.
Okay, so because I found some riddles, but they're easy, so she's going to give you 3 riddles, and if you can solve at least 2 of them, then you'll get the command. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Works for me.
Here's the first riddle. The more you take, the more you leave behind.
Ah, flip it, Duck. Hang on.
Cake. The more you leave behind.
Cake? Oh, no. Oh, I thought you said cake, like, as an answer.
How many answers do we get before we are denied access?
I would say 3 attempts before you can no longer attempt that.
All right.
Air?
So the more you take, the more you leave behind.
Could be air.
Would you like the second riddle?
Sure.
Not yet. We're still on the fucking first riddle.
Well, you can solve any 2 of them, so perhaps the other 2 will be easier or more obvious.
Understood. Understood.
Here's the second riddle. What goes round the house and in the house, but never touches the house?
Oh, the walls.
Say what, pumpkin?
The walls.
No, the walls is not a thing. Okay.
Here's the third riddle. Wait. Oh, that was the wrong one. Copy pasted. What goes into the water red and comes out black? So I thought these were easy, but maybe they're not. So depending on how hard these turn out to be, if you solve
Okay.
one
Bear with
to
me.
2 of them, you will get the cat.
Maybe if it's this morning, I would be like, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, see, I'm still thinking that's walls.
Doesn't make any sense. Walls go in the house.
Walls
they
are
go
touching
around
the
the
house
house,
by
too.
virtue of being part of it.
But they're not
It's not the
touching
walls.
it.
Yes, they are. So it's nothing like that. It's gotta be like,
I'm overthinking it.
what about light? No, that doesn't make any sense.
Air.
I will give that one to you. It's the sun.
Okay, cool. Nailed it.
You did?
Okay.
1
Very
out of
fun.
3.
What goes into the water red and comes out black? A bloody opal.
Incorrect. 2 answers left.
God damn it, Miles. Goes into the water red and
The
so.
more you take, the more you leave behind. Is that breath?
No.
Thought it might have been like
Damn.
air, but
So 2 answers left on that one.
oh, good. Thank God.
I'll give you 3 each because why not?
Cool.
Well, that was
All
a
right, give
good
me.
guess.
It was.
Because you take a breath and then you leave a breath. So the more you
It's
take,
true.
the more you leave behind. The logic was there. But
The
it's still not
logic
the right
is
answer.
sound.
But it's still not
It
the
could,
right answer.
What if it's like food?
You
and
are
maybe food they
adjacent to the
shit
right
out,
answer.
you know?
Air,
Take the more you leave behind.
take water.
I bet you it's like some type of value, like karma or something. Like
The spider kind of is, it's a giant spider, so like most of its body is still, but its head is kind of twitching, and its chelicerae are going like this constantly. Make an insight check just for fun. See if you can read the expressions of a spider's face.
I love
I'm
it.
not even
I'm
gonna
so
try.
gonna nail this. You don't have insight? I don't have that much insight myself.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
I'm rolling turbo. Just give me a minute.
Oh,
I need to
because
get a
it's
refill on my
backwards.
tea.
We're not going to get that one.
What?
Huh?
What did you say?
I think the last one's backwards.
No, it's not. I'm going to go refill my tea. I'll be back in a sec.
London. You can take medicine, you can take food, you can take money.
Well, see, I was going to say like a lobster, but
What the fuck? The more lobster you eat? Oh.
if a lobster goes in black and comes out red.
Yeah, no. Goes into the water red and comes out. think of it, maybe it's like something you cook, like a burnt chicken or something. Like a, yeah. Sounds
Oof.
else is red. Things like radishes.
Hello.
Green bell peppers.
Something that goes in black and comes out red. Yeah, see, a lobster goes into the pot black and comes out red, but that's not the right way. Coals in a fire are red. Put water on them, that puts them out, but that's water on them, not in.
You're close.
Blacksmith's iron.
So it is. You have solved 2 of the riddles, and thus, as promised, I shall give you the command. The command is Tokota.
Just have to know. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I?
Footsteps.
Oh, that's a good one.
Ah,
I wouldn't guess
okay,
that.
that makes sense.
The hint on the spider's face, just for fun, was it's looking around at the forest, which is the only environment it knows. So it would not be anything technological or anything like that, because there's a few other possible answers. But
That's interesting.
sunlight, footsteps, and forging of the fire giants nearby that I can see.
Yeah.
Or yeah, I can see them because it can climb up the tower. So yeah,
So
you now have the command word needed to enter the sealed spire from outside, or from
Okay.
Daenoi, rather. Yeah, no, that's not accurate. From through the expected way.
Could we approach the tower to see maybe what the key looks like?
Make a persuasion check.
Pretty persuasive guy.
I'll assist you.
Wow, I rolled a 3.
Damn.
I'll give it the 15 because Saren assisted. The spider construct kind of thinks for a moment and goes, "Oh, I've already broken the rules. Why not?" And it skitters around and says, "Follow me. I will show you the door." I don't know why I'm still talking like this, but apparently that's how a spider talks.
Works for me.
Okay, so she takes you around back. You also see, just for as you come closer, you look into the clearing and you see there's a fucking horror show going on over. There's
I'm definitely
lot of
thinking that violence was not the right answer here.
a lot of shit over there that it looks like there's just some bodies, corpses, humanoids, and giants. That there's this machine wandering around, cutting them up into pieces and like grinding or something. It's disgusting. But around back, and you also see there's an even bigger spider in the tower. But yeah, around back you can see there is it's a solid. This is one of the few things that I have in my adventure document from years ago because this is an old puzzle. So the building is a square, blocky stone building festooned with vines and leafage. And you would have seen as you were approaching, I forgot to mention this, but at the very top, there's what looks like a transparent dome But nowhere else on the exterior is there any kind of visible window or door. But around back, you can see that there is kind of what looks like a threshold. There's a jam where a door would be, but it's just a solid rock wall. And like you put your hand against it, it's not an illusion. But because you have the command word, once you approach this door and you say Tokota, a little section of the stone kind of just magically melts away and reveals a small keyhole. So the key that fits in it is sized for a humanoid hand and probably about that big at most, finger length.
It's literally a key. All right, cool. Well, that was fun. What's the horror show that's cutting up the bodies?
Oh, we call that the cadaver collector. It collects the cadavers that spawn there, and any who come and try to enter the tower.
Christmas.
Although
cadavers that
Nightmare
spawn
Before
there?
Christmas, right there.
Well, you see, there's a error, data unknown. The spider just abruptly falls silent.
All right, that's disturbing. Right. So we need to find us a key.
Rebooting.
Let's head back to the village. Maybe they can help. Goodbye, friend. It was nice meeting you. We shall return.
So you guys kind of like hastily beat feet, and as you're like leaving, you're about 60 to 70 feet away. You hear just a faint trace of a telepathic voice in your mind going, "What the fuck just happened?" And that's it. And you make your way back to the center of Danoy.
Right. So
that just happened.
yeah, that just happened. I'm now more concerned about the corpses that seem to materialize that the thing knows nothing about. That doesn't bother anyone else.
Milovaj does look faintly disturbed by that.
Like,
the way the construct seems to be disrupted when it tried to speak of it is alarming.
That's the part that bothered me the most. If it was, this is a portal to whatever plane, and the funeral plane, and the bodies just appear, and we cut
The funeral plane.
Yeah,
that would be such a Rone thing to exist, wouldn't it?
I'd be okay with that. I could accept that answer.
It would make sense.
But the fact that it does not have an answer and seems to, or the information
that you know of,
to be deleted. Yeah.
So far, it appears to be a corpse spawning point. I will say, though, both of you can roll history with advantage because you have already found an artifact on your journeys that could potentially help you out here. Okay, that's pretty bad.
I will try to figure it out myself.
Hey, Siren, you think back to the world-line tether device you found in Cheveru, which can be set to a certain location in physical space, and will then teleport you back to it regardless of the time that has passed, positive or negative.
Yes, it is.
And you did find a world-line ring anchor, which goes
called a tether artifact.
Yes.
Why, yes, I have this
and I'll say with the intelligence check of 18, you can discern, looking at the proportions of this place, that if the axis in Cheveru was where the axis is in Danoy, the linking bubbles in and out are in about the same place, And the sealed spire is in approximately the same place as the maintenance station that you found in Dano or in Cheveru. And the maintenance station, the top of it was where you found the World Line Ring anchor, and you set it. I feel like you definitely set it somewhere else after that, which would have broken the puzzle. But to save you from going back to Cheveru and setting it again, I will say that didn't happen. So you do have the World
little
Line
tiny
Ring
cabin.
anchor currently
Yeah.
set to take you to the spot which was at the top of the maintenance station, which is approximately, with your intelligence check, you would know that that spot in Danoi is inside the sealed spire.
The fuck?
My brain
Basically,
is
there's two ways to get into the sealed spire. You can find the key in the command, or you go to Cheveru first. You link the tether to the spot in Cheveru, which 300 million years afterwards is the sealed spire. Then you go 300 million years into the future and teleport to that spot with the anchor, and you're inside the sealed spire.
somehow that seems like less work. But
Honestly, where the key and the command are hidden, if you hadn't, like, this is late game, so the key and the command are about as hard to find as the world line thing is to figure out the tether puzzle. So, you know, this is end game content here. These are deep secrets. You have to go to at least one other age before you can get in here without fighting the constructs and trying to brute force your way in magically, at least.
all right, I'm getting a little tired. I think I'm gonna have to call it here.
Yeah, that would be a good place to call it, because if you would like, next time you can simply activate the World Line Ring tether thing. I realize there's 4 different words I use for it, and I should just come up with one. But if you like, you're in Danoi now, so you can activate your sling ring, and it will teleport you into the sealed spire, which you can then explore and see what's in there.
Yeah, we'll do that when we have more peeps.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you both for being here.
Yay! I'm so glad we got to make it back together.
Me too.
Work sucked.
Yeah.
And then I still had to work during the game, but I finally finished.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. The first well, here's the short version. I'm closing Tikatica because I opened Brand Swan with my friend, right? So basically everything's merging into Brand Swan. However, apparently my payroll company didn't get the quarterly payroll memo, so it processed money I don't have in that account because it's not active anymore. So it's like, hey, your account withdrawn from like $5,000, and I'm like, never in my life have I ever overdrafted an account. So I'm having like a moment of, my luck is run out, and I just have $5,000. I don't have. But anyway,
Can you get it sorted out?
I think so.
Yeah, it's usually sortable.
Yeah, and then I call my bank and I'm like, holy shit, what do I do? And they're like, you've never done this before, so just let it do its thing, and then call back and you can probably get those fee waived. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much like if it's not a habit or it's not a thing that you do, that like, and as long as you can sort it and get the money covered, they'll just waive the fee.
It's really kind of them. So that's going good.
Yeah.
So, 101. Tomorrow, vampires. No.
Brides?
Brides.
Yeah.
Vecna.
Brides of Vecna.
Cool, have fun. I'm playing Vampire Masquerade.
So vampires all around, sort of, tangentially.
Yeah. Yes. I have a nice 8th generation Ventrue.
Oh, cool.
I'm a level. Wait, you're 8. I'm 7th generation Cappadocian. Before we go extinct, because the fucking Giovanni's an asshole.
Yeah, fuck a Cappadocian. I mean, actually, no, fuck the Giovanni. Not the Cappadocian.
Dude, they're asshole. I mean, I like, more disturbing the better for me. Like, I love the dark and gritty, but they're fucked up, man. Like, they take fucked up to a whole new level of fuck.
Do they still have the Shamasei? It's spelled differently. They're Sabat. It's
The Tamichi?
yeah, it's called Shamasai. That's how you say
Okay.
it. Yeah, but it's spelled Tamichi or something like that.
Wait, are you sure? I think it's been. You're telling me it's not Tamichi.
Yeah, it's Shamasai, or at
There's
least.
no fucking. What?
But that's
I
how
have
it's
to
spelled.
tell all
It's
my friends. This
Shimichi.
is like Gal all over again, Mike.
They have
Sorry, what?
the
Oh,
bone,
different
the
kind.
ones where they do like the bone crafting, like they're
Yeah,
creepy.
yeah,
They're
that's a
creepy.
Cappadocian. Before they're wiped out by the Giovanni. No, remember the Gaul versus jail? I was like, what do you mean it's jail?
I did not know that for so long. I thought it was Gale.
Yeah.
It's like, what a weird and dumb word. Why do we not use that anymore? It's so dumb. And it's like, it's literally, we still do use the word. It's just spelled differently.
Too funny. I'm like, I sound like an idiot. It's fine. I read a lot. I have always said words wrong.
Oh yeah.
I really, really want to go back and read the or attempt to read the Canterbury Tales in Middle English.
Don't. It's not worth it, dude. It's not.
Like, my curiosity is just killing me.
I took an
Can you get
entire
past, like,
course on the Canterbury Tales in Middle English in my last year at university, and it's not worth it.
Oh, we're
It's
getting
not-
rated. Shino
Oh.
TV. We
Wow.
still have 3 people, and they're coming in at
As
the end.
as we're ending.
As we're
Yeah.
ending. Oh no.
Oh, we're old
Thank
people
you.
and we're going to bed, but thanks for rating us.
Thank you
And I
so
look-
much,
and I
Sheena.
look
We
like a
appreciate it
homeless
so
person.
much. We too are ending, but I think we can go ahead and send this forward. Let me double check something. Because I think Jaffer is still on, and we can just share the love. Oh, yep, Jaffer's still on. We're going to share the love and send it all his way.
Let it propagate.
Yes.
Fill the multiverse with waves of love.
Stream manager. All right. So we are going to raid Jaffer because he is participating in a race with some other streamers to get to Mythic in Magic the Gathering Arena. So we're heading out now. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much, Shino, and everybody. Just so you know who we are. I'm Uncle Russ. This is Mike and Razori. I do Mike DM's D&D on Mondays. I do Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and then Friday and Saturday are Magic the Gathering Arena. And I've been playing some Crusader Kings 3, and as Matilda of Tuscany, doing a little Down with the Patriarchy, trying to take over Italy as a woman in the 11th century. I actually made it to have all my son as the Holy Roman Emperor last week, so like I was that close. But yeah, we're gonna raid Jaffer now. Everybody, hang out just a second. Thanks for coming by. We really appreciate it.
Thank
Don't
you.
forget to love each other.
Don't
4,
forget to lose.
3.
In the privacy of your own
2.
homes.
Bzzzt.
Yeah, what's going on